Welcome back to What Are Tea Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Bachatillon 155-58, the Tier 10 French SPG with the 155mm howitzer and an auto-loading magazine, and it's being commanded by Twisted Tracks, and we're on the north spawn of Fjords. Now the Bachatillon designs, the 155-55 and the 155-58, were supposed to be the replacements for the cancelled projects, so the Lorraine 155-50 and the 155-51. But unfortunately they never went into production. Now the interesting thing about these arties is that they've got a turret. And the turret can swivel around, so it doesn't really matter which way the vehicle is actually pointed. What matters is where the turret can swivel, and it's actually based on the chassis of a Batchat 25 ton, so it's actually quite a sturdy little arty. And she was trying to get up that cliff face there, and just needs to get the right angle, I think. That's it, and she's got it. That's it. Oh, she's quite a climber here. Okay, from this position now, she can hit a lot of targets over on the other side. The only worry, of course, is that you are very close to the pass where the enemy will be coming through on the east pass. Round out on T26E5, goes over the top. Okay, she's going to look for the... I think she's going up... Is she going for the E5 again? Yes, she is. Rounds out. And direct hit right into the rear of the E5, who's then killed, so she picks up some stun assist. And she is stunning the other tanks in the process. Rounds out on the Conway. Direct hit right into her ear. She's got a fire! Conway's on fire, but the fire extinguisher went off. I think that was a manual fire extinguisher, not an auto one. If it was an auto, it probably would have gone off immediately. But it seemed to last for a few seconds, and that indicated to me that it was a manual fire extinguisher. Somebody actually had to press the button to initiate it. Okay, so she's going to be doing suppression fire, waiting for the reload to complete. It's almost ready. Now, which one's she going to go for? The Conway or the Lurva or the T10? The Conway would be the easiest one. Is side on. And that's what she's indicating as her next target. Almost ready to go. Reload is ready. Rounds out. Direct hit right into the side. 294. Good shot. Almost ready to go with the next one. Clip reload is 10 seconds. Rounds out on the Lurva. Direct hit kills him. 217. Good shot. And that she can't get the T10 because he's just around the corner, but she doesn't need to because he's been killed. She just needs to deal with this Conway, who is then killed anyway. Oh, she could have saved that round, but she now needs to save herself because those enemy in the east pass are getting closer. And she's bouncing over the rocks. She makes a move. One of the great things about the Bachatillon 155-58 and the 55 are they are very fast. This is a very fast little arty. In fact, it's one of the fastest arties in the game, apart from the Lorraines. And of course the Burt, the FE304, because they can do 62 kilometers an hour. And remembering that this is a 155mm howitzer that's zooming around the battlefield like this with an autoloader, which makes it a formidable opponent. Okay, that Object 140 is coming around the corner. Round out. All two rounds come in simultaneously. And she does 75 hit points of damage, but luckily, unfortunately for her, the shell was second of the ones to come in, which meant obviously she picked up stun assist, or rather her teammate picked up stun assist. She's got some stun assist there, and that enemy has gone down. That's the Object 140 out the game. She's got one more round left, and she's going to go for this SDRP 103, round out. And it's a hit! 223 hit points, 3 critical hits. Oh my god, this is going fast, and she is so efficient. 3 arties in close proximity there. Oh my god, if the enemy had tried to bombardier that lot. I don't think the enemy arty at this moment are more interested in that. I think they're more interested in saving their own necks. And I think Twisted Tracks is moving to try and get an angle so she can shoot at the enemy arty in their base on Little Italy or Yugoslavia. That's what we call the peninsula Little Italy, because it looks like the country of Italy. And she's in position. Okay, there's the target. She's loaded. In fact, there's two targets. Both of them spotted. She's going after the GWE. Okay, almost lined up and rounds out. Oh, unfortunately, RNG causes it to be landed behind. Is he going to drown himself? I hope not. I really do hope not. Round out. That one hit target. 292 hit points. And she's got one more round ready. Almost ready to go. And yes, rounds out. And that's a kill shot. And that means there's only 3 enemies left and they're all in the Eastern Pass. So she needs to reposition so she can shoot behind that mountain. Oh, the enemy on that pass is being swamped at this moment with tanks. It's a case of the seagulls shouting, "Mine! Mine! Mine!" And it's soon to be Twisted Tracks' turn to say mine, mine, mine as well. She's almost reloaded. I think she's going to go after the STRV first. Turrets lined up. She's loading now on the STRV, goes down. She's going after the M40. No, she's going after the STRV. Now she's going after the M40. Round out. And she splashes him. 73 hit points, but she's got 2 more rounds to do it. And she doesn't need to because the T-44 gets there before she does. But that's the end of the battle. By gum, that was fast. And in fact, actually, she got a good SPG from the Object 140. So I think the Object 140 appreciated that she was putting in an effort there. In fact, all the RT on her team were actually putting in a good effort. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It was a third-class tanker for Twisted Tracks in the Battalion 155-58. She also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage, and she got 12 in that battle. She were very effective at actually... would we have been as effective if we, SPG, hadn't communicated our intentions and let the team know what you were doing? Well, you were letting them know exactly what you were doing, and it was working, because then they know what you're up to, they know which tank's about to be hit, and then they can take advantage of it. So it means that they can hit a weakened tank. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, third on damage, 2,977 hit points, but that's not far behind the FB404 and the 4004, which is the Conway, and the E4, who managed to get 3,370. So very close behind. When it came to kills, we were, where were we? Oh, there we are, 2 kills. Yes, so joint first. With 2 kills. When it came to base XP, we were 5th with 702 XP on that one. It's not bad, but the fact is we were tier 10 and we were hitting a lot of tier 8 or 9 opponents, and as a consequence of that, you're not picking up as much XP as the tanks which are a much lower tier but hitting higher tier opponents. That Lerva's tier 8, so he's hitting much higher tiers, so he's going to pick up more XP for every shot he does. If we look at the detailed report, Twisted Tracks fired 13 rounds. She got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration and 5 splash. Damage of 2,977 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. She hit 7 of the enemy but killed 2 of them. She did damage assistance of 517 hit points and stun assistance of 536 hit points off 10 stuns. On a premium account, she earned 48,747 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and remember the 155mm rounds are really cheap, only costing her 14,560 credits, she actually walked away with 34,187, and this is tier 10 RT we're talking about here, so tier 10 RT making a decent profit. She received 1,053 XP, and it was ×3 for the first victory of the day, so she actually walked away with 3,159 XP in total. So good round there, and a good communication by the team to let everyone know what you're doing. But I think the rest of the team appreciated what the Arty were doing, because you were relocating to assist the team where you could, especially in that last bit towards the end, where not only did you actually relocate drastically, but you moved around the battlefield quite a lot. And the good thing about the Batchelor sitting on 155-58, as I said, is its speed. It can move and doesn't need to sit in one spot. It can take advantage of its speed to zip around to another position and fire on there on the enemy and support the tanks. So well done, Twisted Tracks, good round. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.